Being the child of a famous athlete isn't just about the mansions, sports cars, and luxurious lifestyle. They've got to deal with the constant prying eyes of the media, insane public pressure, and the expectation that they'll one day follow in their talented parents' footsteps. Thankfully, it seems that some talent is genetic, and these superstar kids are beginning to display skills that are just as impressive as their accomplished parents. Let's get it on! Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. Cristiano Ronaldo has to be one of football's most recognizable faces. The 36-year-old Portuguese captain and 5-time Ballon d'Or winner is widely considered to be not only the best player in the world, but one of the greatest of all time. In a career spanning more than 20 years and 4 clubs, Ronaldo was actually the third athlete in history to earn $1 billion throughout his career. However, over the past few years, public interest has begun to shift to another Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. While playing for Juventus 3 years ago, Ronaldo Jr. was accepted into the under-9 squad to begin honing what many believed were the same freakish talents his father possessed. In the 23 games Jr. played, the young prodigy scored a mind-blowing 58 goals and 17 assists. Fast forward to 2021, and both Ronaldos have moved back to Manchester United, Cristiano's first professional club. Jr., now 11 years old, joined the United Academy, alongside the children of other famous footballers like Wayne Rooney and Nemanja Matic. With such a professional coaching team around him, and with his pedigree father as a training partner, it's exciting to imagine what CR Jr. could achieve one day, as long as it's not goalkeeping.
Você guarda-redes, pai, ok?
Não, eu não quero.
Mas eu quero.
Guarda-redes, estás a brincar, ok?
Xavi Simons. While Rogelio Simons never really captured worldwide attention, the Simons name is now famous for a different family member. Rogelio's son Xavi joined La Masia, Barcelona's youth program, from the age of just 7 years old. The Dutch footballer very quickly impressed scouts and began building a massive social media following. By age 14, the future star already had 1 million Instagram followers and was being managed by football super agent Mino Raiola. By the time Xavi had turned 16, despite his outstanding skills on the football pitch, he wasn't offered a contract extension with Barcelona. Instead, he was handed a €1 million per year contract with French side PSG. The lightning-fast midfielder made his top-tier debut with PSG back in April 2021, even managing to score against Le Mans and Chambly 2 months later. At just 18 and playing in the top league, Xavi hasn't even finished growing yet. With the right training and coaching behind him, Simons will easily eclipse his father's legacy. Bronny James. When it comes to basketball, just ask LeBron James and he'll tell you, it's good to be king. Considered by many to be one of the greatest basketball players of all time, LeBron James has more NBA All-Star Team nominations than any other player out there. It's no wonder he's enjoyed a career spanning 18 years and counting, with his lifetime's earnings estimated to be into the billions of dollars. So if LeBron James is king, LeBron Jr. has to be prince, especially when he shares his famous dad's name. From birth, the weight of expectation was on Bronny. So much so that LeBron was knocking back college scholarships from when he was just 10 years old. Now, at 17 years old, Bronny James still holds the basketball world interest in what he will one day achieve. Playing for Sierra Canyon, a private K-12 school in LA, Bronny scored 10 points off the bench in his debut game in 2019, going on to play all 34 games of his 2020 freshman season. Besides his unreal court vision, athleticism, and still growing frame, Bronny is also quite the celebrity off the court as well. There's the social media fame, where Bronny enjoys 4.3 million followers on TikTok and Twitch, where he reps his involvement in the esports FaZe gaming clan. We'll have to wait and see if NBA fame comes calling for Bronny. If successful, he's eligible for an NBA draft pick in 2023. Shareef O'Neal. At 7 feet 1 inches and 325 pounds, it's difficult to know what's bigger, Shaquille O'Neal or the legacy he's built for himself. The monstrous basketball center dominated basketball courts for almost 20 years, with a string of accolades including 4 NBA championship titles, 15 NBA All-Star awards, and countless MVP awards, amongst many, many more. These days, Big Shaq splits his time between media appearances, cameos, and a stint in EDM DJing, but it's Shaq's son, Shareef O'Neal, that's that's hogging most of the family limelight these days. At 21 years old and measuring in at 6 foot 10 inches, Sharif might not be as physically big as his famous father, but he's definitely following in his footsteps. Sharif started his basketball career in college, first starting with UCLA until a heart condition forced the young star to undergo open heart surgery in 2019 to fix a faulty artery. All patched up and nicknamed Zipper Boy, Sharif finished out the 2019-2020 season with UCLA before switching to LSU, just like his dad had done back in 1991. Since then, Sharif has adapted to the scrappy style of the SEC, developing into an intimidating power forward with flashy dunk skills on display. It remains to be seen whether we'll see Sharif playing in the NBA. It really depends on his impact this season, but who wouldn't want to see Shaq Jr. suit up for the Lakers or Miami, just like Pops? Joseph Baena. When Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Terminator told viewers,
I'll be back,
we thought he was just reading lines. Turns out he was referring to his mini-me, a clone of himself that for a long time he tried to keep secret. Joseph Baena grew up in the Schwarzenegger family mansion, but he didn't know the famous actor was his dad until 2010, when Arnie confessed to an affair with the housekeeper. Today, both father and son train at Gold's Gym, with a fast-bulking Baena quickly resembling his My Olympiad father. But it's not just pumping iron they have in common. Joseph's also taken up acting, even reprising one of his dad's most infamous scenes. Mick Schumacher. One of the greatest F1 drivers of all time, Michael Schumacher holds the records for the most wins, most pole positions, and is tied with Lewis Hamilton on 7 World Drivers' Championship titles. All of this despite not having raced since 2013. For the longest time, Schumacher discouraged his only son Mick from pursuing a career in Formula One racing due to the dangers of the sport. However, when Mick first started racing, he attempted to avoid the spotlight under the pseudonym Mick Besh, but it would seem Michael's legacy is destined to live on. His son Mick Schumacher has been racing since 2008 before progressing through the ranks to Formula One racing with Haas Ferrari. Debuting in the Bahrain Grand Prix, the Swiss-born German spun out on the first lap and unfortunately finished last. Since then, he's slowly improved his standings, demonstrating himself as a capable and intuitive F1 driver. Charlie Woods. The man who made golf cool again, for a while at least, is none other than Tiger Woods. With an astounding 82 PGA Tour wins, 15 major championships, and more trophies than he knows what to do with, Tiger achieved the majority of this before he turned 40. It seems his golfing talent has made its way down the family tree. 11-year-old Charlie Woods is already better at golf than 99% of people on the planet. I suppose having dad as a coach helps. In August of 2020, Charlie won a local kids golf tournament in Florida, shooting an impressive 3 under 33 for 9 holes to win by 5. But it's the father-son appearances where the similarities become really apparent. And it's not just the color-coordinated outfits either. At the PNC Championship in Florida, Tiger and Charlie took to the course in matching red polos. Charlie showed off an elegant swing for an 11-year-old, even eagling the 3rd hole, a par 5 all by himself. If Charlie's already this good, we could be looking at a superstar in the making. Scottie Pippen Jr., perhaps one of the most prolific ballers of the 90s, second only to his teammate Michael Jordan. Scottie Pippen dominated in almost every game he played for the Chicago Bulls, Houston Rockets, and Portland Trail Blazers. Fast forward to today, and there's another Pippen who's begun his rise into basketball superstardom. Scottie Pippen Jr. played high school basketball with Sierra Canyon, the same school that Bronny James currently attends. As a senior, he averaged 16.3 points, 4.6 assists, and 3.6 rebounds per game, raising the eyebrows of talent scouts across the country. Towards the end of high school, Jr. already had scholarship offers from Washington State, San Francisco, Colorado State, as well as a couple others. In the end, he sided with Vanderbilt University, a private college in Tennessee where he's continued to grow into a dangerous attacking player. In a game against Alcorn State, the enigmatic baller hit 5 of 9 three-pointers and scored a record 30 individual points to win that game's MVP. His layup and long-distance game is fast developing, and only time will tell if he'll surpass his father's legacy. Luka Zidane. Zinedine Zidane, nicknamed Zizou by his fans and teammates, is a former French footballer and coach of Real Madrid. During his time coaching the powerhouse club, one player came through the ranks with a familiar last name. It was his son, Luka Zidane. To be fair, 4 of Zidane's sons went through Real Madrid's youth program, but it was during his time as team manager of the top league that Luka was promoted into the squad. Say what you want about goalkeepers, but Luka's preemptive vision makes him an absolute asset on the football pitch. Even when missing his own penalty shot playing for France against Belgium, Luka was still cheered as a hero for his efforts in front of the net. But it's not just his football prowess that has people looking at Luka. The handsome athlete also moonlights as a model in his spare time.